Is this thing on? Can y'all hear me?
Yes, I can hear
Okay,
you.
good. What happened to our intro music, B?
I was waiting on that, to be
It was
honest.
Right,
I
playing.
was
like,
like, where is it?
what you got going on?
It was playing on my end.
We
I
can't
ain't
hear a
hear nothing.
thing. We can
It was
hear a
like
pin
dun,
drop.
dun, 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 dun.
We couldn't hear nothing.
Lord. Well, we back. My voice back a little bit. How you
It,
feeling, Yana? Oh,
I'm past the fever, so I'm just happy about
what
that.
happened? What was tea? Like, what was the sickness? What's tea?
I have no idea. First, I thought so when we got back from Greenville, my voice was gone, and I thought it was just from screaming at the games. And
Right.
so I was just drinking tea, and then by Friday, I just started coughing a lot, and my sister was like, "You sick? Mm-hmm. You sick?" Like she was making that little judgy face, like, "Yeah, you sick." And I was like, "Nah, I'm good. I'm good." And then by Friday night, I had a fever, and I've been chilling by 99 and 100 Friday through the whole weekend.
Oh
So
my God.
Lord. So mine start like I thought the same thing. I thought, okay, boom, screaming, all that hollering, cussing, etc. Mixed with a little bit of liquor. I was like, yeah, my voice is tired. And so I left. I do know one day I walked to the game, with no clothes on, whatever. So I said, you know what? My mom always said, with that baby Kodak, put a jacket on. I said, maybe that's what it is. I had a little sniffles. So I felt good, left Greenville, and then I got to I went to Kansas City for Big 12. And then like your body. And I was like, I don't be spitting. And I spat one time after a game. I was like, something about to happen. Man, I woke up that Wednesday when it was time to go or time to fly back, and like my throat was sore, everything. And I was like, it had to been something that I caught in Colombia because it typically takes about 2 3 days for it to get active in me or whatever. And by the time I got back, when I landed in Vegas, like I turned on my heat while the plane, the flight was descending and all that good stuff. My house was a little warm and everything, and I was cold. Like I was in here shivering like a stripper
Mm.
in church. Like I was listen, like cheeks was clapping and everything, legs was
See how you drag it.
like I felt terrible, and then I ain't had no appetite. So I said, hey, well at least I got in these pants for AU this weekend.
Oh
So,
Lord.
but it's felt horrible. Like right now, I'm cool, but we gonna be Gucci.
I'm gonna blame that lady at the bar. That's it.
Yes,
I'm
it
I'm,
was
I'm gonna put it
her.
on her.
It was low friend.
No, cause that mean Low would have been sick, and Low is good. Low
So
been
now,
good.
okay, me, Yana, Muffin. That's three. Somebody else got the sniffles in here now, cause I
I
don't know.
mean, child. Well, I
Uh,
was good.
well, we
I'm
glad you
a
okay.
survivor.
Hey, what? Hey, what? You better lay low. My. Shout out to Whitney. But we're so excited that you all decided to join us today. Apologize for our recap of our unfortunate series of events. The tournament is upon us. One more sleep and things get active. Like this is the show. This is what everybody's looking forward to.
Right.
This is what your favorite rappers and favorite basketball players and favorite actors, they're all looking forward to the women's basketball tournament. Excuse me, we're not called that anymore. We're called March Madness now.
Period.
Shout out to us being able to use March Madness. But I guess how y'all feeling? The time is almost here.
It
I'm
just
excited. I mean, I've been waiting for it since the season started with Colorado beating LSU, and all the other teams go Southern Cal beating Ohio State. Like we've been saying from the jump, this March Madness is going to be insane. So I'm excited.
It's so
I
crazy that we are at this point though,
yeah,
because
I
like
feel
I
like we got
literally
it so
remember
fast.
how like literally I remember going to Paris to kick off the season. Now here we are.
Right. Right? And that don't seem like that long. Sound like feel like we was just there.
Wrong.
Hey, be Shay in the crowd. You wanna let her up?
Sorry.
Oh hell no.
Ooh. But yeah, how you feeling though? Like, what's up? What
It
you looking
just
forward to?
it just got here really, really quick. Um To me, it seems like we just started. It did not. I think we can all say this season has not gone the way that everybody thought it would. I feel like this has just been like one of the I would say one of the most exciting seasons that I can remember in my young life. I don't you agree?
Yeah, I think I think this trend. I mean, we've been trending upward, and I remember what was it? The year where the whole Justice for Troy thing happened. I think since like
Oh
whatever tournament
yeah.
that was, like every year it's gotten better. Like
Hmm.
maybe since Enrique and the back-to-back buzzer beaters, maybe like every year's gotten better. And I know we thought that that 2021. I think that's when that was that 2021 tournament. We thought that that was going to be amazing, but then we saw 2022 and then 23. So like this year, like what's in store now? What is really in store for us this year? Shay, how you
I
feeling about the season? About the
Exhausted.
tournament, excuse me.
I'm tired.
why you tired?
Because we got expectations now, and my girls then did a "Don't Pick Us" video, and God damn it, I don't know if that's what you should be doing before the tournament starts, but I'm gonna ride with them.
I think it's interesting because both of the quote unquote USCs have showed people up, shut people up, put targets on their back, and all of that. So I think that's an interesting caveat from the season.
Oh, I like caviar.
Oh, brother, here you go.
And so I guess and we're gonna have some crowd participation in today's episode too. So you all get ready with your questions. Get ready for who do you think we're gonna pick a few of y'all talk about who will probably be your Cinderellas. Which teams do you think going they kind of start shaking some things up towards the end of their regular season and may have found their stride. What team do you think may want to avoid other teams? Hello. So we're gonna go with sink and swim. Everybody got their sink and swim up. Who want to
Oh
be
yeah,
first?
I forgot it to tweet mine. I think I misunderstood the assignment. For one, Yana, was I supposed to put sink or swim beside the people I think will make it out of the first round, or just people I just don't believe in to finish?
Just people who gonna make it out the first weekend. Like if you gonna make it out the first weekend, then you swimming. But if you don't believe in them, that works too. Because if you don't believe in them, they probably not making it out the first weekend too.
Well, child, I'm finna tweet mine. So I got let me look back at it now.
Hey,
I got South Carolina swimming, Iowa swimming, Southern Cal swimming, Texas. I think they've done enough to figure it out. Oh, child, where and went to swim. Stanford, I want Norfolk to upset them. I don't care. Ohio State, I have swimming. UCLA swimming. Notre Dame, I got singing because I feel like they're gonna match up with my girlies out of Oxford. And I'm rolling with the girlies out of Oxford. Sorry, Notre Dame fans. I'm so sorry. Love y'all so much. Oregon State, don't believe sinking. LSU swimming. UConn swimming. Oh yeah, I messed this up. Cause North Carolina State, I don't think they'll get out in the first weekend, but I don't see them making a long haul. Gonzaga, I got them sinking. I'm not a believer. Virginia Tech, I think they have enough with Georgia Amore to make it out. Kansas State sinking. I got my Colorado girlies beating them. In Indiana, I think it might be upset. That's what I got.
mm. Yana, how about you?
Um, South Carolina, Iowa, Southern Cal, Texas, Stanford, Ohio State, UCLA. I have swimming. Notre Dame, that was a tough one for me. I just really didn't want to pick against Hannah. So this one was very, very, very biased. There was no thought process behind it outside of I will not pick against Hannah Hidalgo and being out in the first weekend. So I got them swimming. Oregon State, I have stinking. I have them.
Mm.
Who they play? Let me look. I got both of these damn brackets up. I'm trying to keep track of everything. Yeah, Oregon State. I got losing to Nebraska this weekend. I actually think Nebraska can beat Oregon State. LSU and UConn. I got them swimming. NC State. I have losing to Tennessee. I don't think I think Tamari's starting to find her way, and she's gonna be. You can't guard 6'7". And NC State gets really. 3-point happy, and if the threes aren't falling, I think that could really hurt them. And Rakia, she's on a tear right now, and she might be on an even better tear with being left off of some of these awards. She might really be coming for a thing. So I got Tennessee winning that on Gonzaga. I got sinking. I think Gonzaga is going to lose to somebody. I don't know who. I just know I think they're gonna lose. Can't remember. Oh, Utah. I think they're gonna lose to Utah. Yeah. I'm just gonna go with Peely. I think Virginia Tech's gonna lose to Marshall. If Kitley is not available. Now, if Kitley is good to go, then just ignore everything I just said. But I do think that Marshall, they press like all game, and I think it like Amore is great, and Amore can put up 40, but it's everybody else that concerns me. And
See,
so
Is that where
you don't
the
think
guard at?
that freshman, the other freshman, she's Kitley esque, but she's a little more physical. I think she's big enough and they can do enough with her to be okay. I don't know though.
I don't know,
I
man.
can never remember her
I'm just
name.
going based off of that one game I saw versus Notre Dame, and I was just like, I'm really concerned. Kansas State, I have losing to Colorado. I'm sorry to Kansas State. Jalen, don't let me down, please. Don't let me down. Indiana, I have losing to Oklahoma. So, yeah. So I have those two sinking.
So now let me ask you this. How do you think, while I do think, because we've been saying this all season, that Kylie Watson probably shouldn't have played as much as she should have, sorry. Do I still feel like her missing will impact Notre Dame a good bit? Just because she's a placeholder. She knows what she's doing. She, you know what I'm saying? They play off of her well. So I'm interested to see how they go
100%.
without her. Yeah. So
That's
I'm
why
interested.
I started the Notre Dame conversation by saying this is purely for me not wanting to pick against Hannah Hidalgo. There was no other thought behind it. I was not picking against Hannah.
Okay. I'm looking at Marshall's coach and her resume. She has a Division II national championship. She's been to the Final Four a couple times. Obviously it is Division II. Glenville State was a powerful team though in Division II rankings, so maybe she could get it
Didn't
done.
Kelly do the same thing?
Who-
Ooh.
Well,
Ooh. Okay. Well, for,
Kelly
for
make it to the Sweet 16. They gonna be screaming one more year again. One more year.
yeah,
One more
I can
year.
see it. For me, I got everybody swimming except for Virginia Tech and Kansas State. I don't know why. I think that Kansas State and Nayoka in the first two rounds, she's probably not going to see that much size. Hold on,
They
hold on.
played Colorado, possibly
Vale.
That's right. That's right.
the
That's
second
right. Yeah.
game.
So that's why I said depend because of that and the physicality and based off of what I saw last week in Kansas City. Yeah, I if Kansas State were to advance and meet up with Colorado, I definitely see Colorado winning that game. And quite possibly maybe like by 20. So yeah, those two though, Virginia Tech. I don't know how they'll look without Kitley. What about you, Shay?
I got 1 through 8 swimming. I'm with Yana. I can't bet against Hannah, the big dog. Ho. Can't bet against her. Everybody on that other side, other than LSU and UConn, I got going to hell. I'm sorry.
Dang, so it's gonna have a
Hell
lot
is
of fresh
crazy.
faces
We
in the
just
Sweet 16.
we just
So,
said sink and y'all sending people
sorry,
to
I didn't mean
hell.
to hell. I'm so
Jinkies.
sorry, Christians. I meant sinking. They just gonna sink.
Okay, so and I know we talked about this on our playback. Shouts out to the amazing players that checked in with us, Bree McDaniel and Mackenzie Forbes. Good luck to them, their teams and their runs in this tournament. But for those who weren't able to tune in, what are some of your matchups that or potential matchups because everybody has to play the game in front of them that you're possibly looking for? Your
I'm
first
ready
round
for
matchups, and
Arizona
then
Auburn.
and then maybe down the line, what are some potential matchups?
I'm ready for Auburn, Arizona off the rip.
Okay. Okay.
That's a
And
mess.
Vandy in Columbia,
Oh
just
yeah,
just off the
cause
straight
that
pettiness
lady,
alone.
Vandy, please do your big one. If I ain't never
Okay.
need to.
Because, like, personally, if Columbia won that game and Columbia came back on Twitter and started responding to everybody who responded to that tweet, I wouldn't be mad. Like, if they came at me and was like, now what? I'd be like, you know what? You got it, big dog. You
Look, go shut me up like that man
you
shut me
got
up
it.
at
Hey, that man shut Brandon up
SEC.
bad. Yeah, I that matchup. I'm looking forward to the Iowa State Maryland. Um, I think North Carolina and Michigan State could be good, and then who if North Carolina wins, a North Carolina South Carolina matchup could be good. Um, who else, y'all?
I think the like the Oklahoma Florida Gulf Coast game could kind of be good because Oklahoma is a very
Ooh,
shoot, shoot, shoot type of team. And if it becomes like a run and gun type of game, I think Florida Gulf Coast can, possibly steal one. Just
ooh,
because Oklahoma is very shoot, shoot, shoot.
ooh,
In
Bama and
Princeton.
FSU.
Yeah.
Ooh, but that girl
Uh,
hurt. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Jessica Timmons.
Yep.
And I mean,
Princeton
Bama
has
could
West
still,
Virginia. That could be fun.
Oh yeah.
yeah. Um,
Nebraska,
UConn and
A and
Jackson
M.
State, just because.
Yeah, Nebraska and A&M because I need to see what type time A&M on.
Child.
If they bring the energy, listen, if Koulibaly and Barker bring the energy that they brought in that South Carolina game, that game could be real interesting. Like nobody on South Carolina could defend Koulibaly. They could not stop her. And I don't think Nebraska really has the athleticism to keep up with her or Janiah Barker. And so if both of them, if Janiyah can stay, like if she can keep her emotions in check because she's a very emotional player and if she can kind of like take those emotions and use them and kind of focus in on the game and you got Koulibaly hooping too, they'll be good.
And
It could be a
India.
good game.
If India just, holds a steady good point guard, that'll definitely help as well.
Yeah. Because I do
Kansas and
think
Michigan, y'all think could be good?
Texas A&M is like a little sleeper team just because if they had India for longer this season, they probably
Yeah.
don't lose all those games they lost. So their record to me doesn't really reflect how good of a team they can be. So
And there was a conversation about should it have been Mississippi State instead of Texas A&M.
no.
Yo.
I'll say this: in the head-to-head, Texas A&M beat Mississippi State. So
It's just a
Child.
big no for me.
a quick no.
Immediate.
So now, are there? And I know we talked about this a little bit, but you all feel like for the most part, the committee got it right when it came to deciding the bracket. Is there still anything that's like, man, I really would have loved to see them in the tournament, or you think that you're Gucci?
I think it's decent. I think that Texas with that last number one seed kind of surprised me. But I don't have no issues with the bracket. I think it is what it is.
So it's
I
more
think
so the seating and not the people who are in it.
I don't the seeding don't bother me either. I think
Mm.
they got it. I think they got that pretty much right. No.
Yeah, I think the seeding to me is what it is. I don't see there's no teams that I'm just like they don't deserve to be a one seed. Like yeah, the Big 12 isn't as strong, but Texas still has like some really good wins under their belt outside of the Big 12, right? And to do what they did without Rory was huge. And when you kind of look at how much they value the Big 12 in that top four, you got Kansas State, like Oklahoma is like borderline top four and stuff like that. So they value the Big 12 enough to where those wins are kind of, important. But yeah, I don't look at any of these seedings and I'm like, they don't deserve it. I think everybody got kind of what they deserve.
Okay, a lot of the conversation going around this week, or since Selection Sunday, has been that some regions are a little bit more difficult than others. And some say that South Carolina got a cupcake region. They say that Iowa's region is too hard. What do you feel like this is just because some of the teams in Region One may not have the quote unquote names of the Instagram celebrities or those of the meat that are currently the media darlings? Do you think it's just a case of people really not paying attention to the entire women's
I
basketball
think people are
product?
stupid.
I was
Because
trying to
for
find a
starters,
nicer way to
for
say
for
it.
starters, for starters, the highest seeded team is supposed to quote unquote have the easiest journey. That's how it's designed. And I don't watch a lot of men's basketball, but I turn on that damn TV enough to know that the people on the men's side are actually upset because they say UConn's, who is overall the one seed in the men, is
Uh
too
huh.
hard. So which one is it?
Uh huh.
Two, there are some good matchups in that region. First of all, did anybody not see the? Did y'all not see the game versus North Carolina? Now, has both teams grown and had different, plays, different things happen throughout the season? Sure, but that was a very good matchup. Michigan, North Carolina is a good matchup. There's good matchups there. Second of all, with Albany too, that region is hell. But like we tell the girlies, schedules matter. So now you have an LSU who is a lower seed in a region that maybe they are better and maybe they shouldn't be in, but we gotta look at what it gives us. We gotta look at what's sitting in front of us. So it is what it is. On top of all of that, parity is here. That's what y'all wanted. So we got parity. So it's gonna be good games in everywhere. It's not no easy, you know what I'm saying? Just easy path. So overall, I just think people are stupid. That's my answer.
Yeah, I agree with Lo. I think a lot of it's really just like I will say I do think the region like Albany too is a tough region, but I also think it's a region that has the big names. And so when everybody saw that region, it was just like, oh my gosh, they really put Angel and Caitlin in the same region. So one of them aren't gonna make it to the final four, or both of them might not make it to the final four. You got UCLA, but it's like when I kind of look at all the regions, they all have like sleeper teams and good teams, but they probably don't get talked about as much, or they don't have like somebody who has that hype behind them like Caitlyn and Angel and stuff like that. Like looking at Albany 1, you got an Oregon State team that's a 3 seed, and Oregon State beat UCLA. They've beaten UCLA, who's the 2 seed in the other region, right? You
Hmm.
got Notre Dame, who beat a Virginia Tech team with Kitley, without Kitley, so they're no like team to sleep on. You got Oklahoma, who won the Big 12 and beat Texas at some point. So like and Texas is a 1 seed. You got Indiana, who beat the shit out of Iowa a couple of weeks ago. So and Iowa's a 1 seed. So these are no like they ain't no holes in Albany 1. Like just because you don't talk about them as much, or you might not know every person on their team because you don't pay attention to them, or you're not force fed them, don't mean that Albany 1 got holes in that region. They ain't no holes in that region. And the same with, Portland 3 and Portland 4. Like UConn is a 3 seed. You got Ohio State, who possibly got to go through UConn. And then you got Southern Cal, who probably got to face Kansas, and Kansas is a sleeper. Like Kansas ain't they like Tiana Jackson? Kansas is a sleeper. Baylor, Virginia Tech, if Kitley's available, Syracuse, who finished like top 2 at the ACC or something like that. Like all these regions to me are very well they're very well thought out. It's just that one region just has a lot of big names, and so everybody's like, that's hell. But if you actually take a step back and look at each region is going to be like a tough one.
I will schedule harder and win the damn games. Carol Luther King be saying? Handle hard
Handle
better.
hard's
Shit.
better.
Carol Luther King is.
And I just feel like I said, it's really just parity. That's just all it is, and that's just where we are now. You can't say, well, this person is a superstar, so I want to give them the easiest for viewings. It's booming right now. It's gonna boom regardless. We passed that. We were not in a place that you could just say, I want to give this person this. Women's basketball, we're not there no more. So you ride or get rode on. Get with it or get lost.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we're looking at top 16 seeds type vibe that can all make it to the Elite Eight, you know? It wasn't like that some years ago. You kind of already had an idea of who was going to be in the final eight. And so it was really about who fit to make it to the final four. And you already knew one of the four was going to be UConn. And so it's just like, all right, basically, who's the other three teams that's going to make it? But now you actually have to sit and wonder who the fuck gonna make it to the Sweet 16? Like some of these top 16 teams might get kicked out before this weekend is over. And we saw Stanford lose last year before the weekend was done. So yeah, parity's here.
Now
So nothing's gonna be
that
easy.
brings me to my next part. Which double digit team? Because we obviously they like to say the single digit teams are the better teams, but that's not always the case. Sometimes people have just had to deal with injuries, etc. Which double digit team though in this year's bracket do you feel has the potential of going the furthest?
Oh.
Mm.
Um Maryland could possibly make something shake. They're a 10 seed right now. If Maryland could do what they did versus Ohio State, get that three ball rolling, play composed and together. And as you know, like Bree said, when they started the season, they were kind of going 1-on-1. But if they can stay composed and play together and get that three ball falling, Maryland can be a sleeper team. I mean,
Come on, Yana. Oh, was that 2 weeks ago? You wasn't a believer. Welcome to the
Yeah.
arms of the Seraphim, sister.
I'm not now. I don't think I see one that I'm just like, yeah. I don't see one that's like jumping off the page and I'm like, yeah, they can. Yeah, no.
So, well, which team that you feel like made a run or they things started shaking better? And I know you all mentioned Tennessee, and with Tamari Key and her resurgence, um, or improvement, and then of course Rakia. We all saw, how close she came to potentially competing for an SEC championship. So, do you think that Tennessee is that team that they're probably ready to make some noise in the tournament? You think Kelly's going to do her good coaching exhibition?
The
no.
thing is,
But
I can't say yes because it's the coach. It's kind of like Wes Moore. It's not the girlies. I just don't
mhm.
believe in the coach, but the girlies, yes. But I just don't. I don't believe in her.
Like if it comes down to it, and Tennessee got to play Stanford, I'm just gonna have to trust Tara's pen a little bit more. You know, like I would think that Tara's pen kind of gets them over that game.
Okay. Ooh,
Um,
let's do
Kelly,
that.
I just
Roster versus pin. That gives me a good game. Hold on, keep talking, and I'm gonna pick some games, and I want y'all to choose. So keep going.
yeah, I agree with Lowe. Like the players like got Jasmine Powell. She even when she's being a point guard and not trying to do everything by herself. You got Rakia, Jewel Spear. I think Tamari's starting to find her legs and she's conditioned and she's when she gets the ball in the paint and she can turn around and get a shot up. Uh, Tennessee can be tough to beat.
Jillian has been a little better too when she gets a minute. She's definitely been better. I believe better than she was.
But for some reason, I just think Kelly will find a way to insert herself the wrong way.
She find incredible ways to lose games. Like it is amazing the catalog of losses. I
Yeah.
believe in Rakia, so I, I don't know.
Okay, so this just gave me that triggered something in me when you said you'll trust Tara's pin more. So I just thought of this. I don't know, maybe somebody has already before, but I don't know. Roster versus pin. I want to know if you feel like the coach can get their team if the better results will come because of the roster, or if you trust basically the coach's pin or the squiggly board or Sharpie, whatever they're using, more. So the first game, the first matchup that I'm choosing, Nebraska versus Tennessee. Do you trust either of those coaches more with their pen or the rosters more?
Roster.
Which one?
I trust Tennessee roster.
No, Nebraska. I'm sorry, Nebraska or Texas A&M. My bad.
Oh, child, neither. I don't trust neither for neither. Neither. Next.
What
I'm
Next.
a
about?
I'm gonna go Nebraska just because they played their ass off when they beat Iowa and they almost did it again.
Okay.
But then that
Yeah.
makes me wonder though, is can Nebraska only like play like that versus Iowa?
You know the answer to that. You
You
know the
know?
answer.
Like maybe they might just have Iowa's number. Even though they lost that game, but you know.
So neither. I'm weak.
Okay.
I'm so weak.
Louisville versus Middle Tennessee State.
Well, I'm gonna go with Middle Tennessee State, right? Because then they already dragged them before, as it was brought to
Okay,
our
Haley.
attention
Oh, so
with
you
him
choosing
and this
roster
video
and the
popping up.
pen of Middle Tennessee?
I'm guessing
What's
a
that
pin of
coach
Middle
name
Tennessee.
again?
Setting
Um,
it low.
what's that coach name again?
Inso.
Intel. Oh yeah.
That man's legendary.
Yeah. Uh, I don't know.
And
I'm
is
gonna go
Lena
with the
Davis still
pin of
there on
Middle
staff?
Tennessee.
Okay, so it sounds like you're going to Middle Tennessee. Okay, let's see. Trickling on that. Ooh. Roster or pen? Alabama or Florida State?
Ooh.
Neither. It's like roster. Ooh.
I'm going with the roster of Florida State. Let's
Me
go,
too.
Tanaya. Take
Yeah,
us
Because
I'm
to the
rolling with
next
Latson.
round.
what
Yeah.
what what they need though is a bigger person to guard the nine girl, because when you put a bigger man on nine, it's harder for her to get her threes off because she like a I don't want to say stretch for a three-ish. They need a bigger person to put on her, and I feel like they can definitely make something shake. Ooh, I think especially without Jessica, I might have to go with Florida State roster. Yeah, I don't know, but I can't pick against this SEC. Ooh, this hard.
Mm.
Ooh, I don't know.
Ooh, I got two more hard ones for you
I
too.
don't know. I'm gonna come back to that one. Let me think on that one.
What about you, Shay? You said you want Florida State, right?
Oh yeah, I'm rolling with Latson.
Okay. Okay. Little pettiness. Vanderbilt and Columbia.
Oh, I put money on Shay Ralph. I don't care. She my girl. She's that girl. Don't
Okay.
care. I'm betting. No, I'm betting that's my girl. I'm
I'm gonna go with Vandy on this one. I think Shay Ralph has done an incredible job with her roster. They've gone on a little slide, but I still think Vandy, uh,
They come a long way
overall
from
talent,
Missoula.
will win this game.
Yeah, I like Shay and I like Cambridge.
She has
Yeah,
been up and down though, but I still pick them.
Okay. Iowa State or Maryland.
Brenda don't got no bigs, but Brenda a coach, baby.
Yeah.
Brenda, I can't bet nobody paying against Brenda Freeze. I'm sorry, I can't. In good faith,
Yeah. Big B going to put that coach purse on and put pen to paper. So
and
yeah,
her egg shaped pantsuit, eggshell pantsuit. She gonna wear the wavy bob or the straight one.
straight. She gonna keep it cute. She breaking the wavy out for the Stanford game.
Okay.
yeah. I'm gonna go with Brenda.
But I ain't gonna lie. I wouldn't be surprised if Iowa State got the W.
I am a little concerned about actually that roster though. Like Audie makes it a little tough
I think
because
you can let Audie go off and still get the W. Now, if Audie and Addie start going off, now you got a problem.
yeah,
If Maryland hit threes, they straight. Because if Audie is two on you, you good.
Right,
true.
right.
Okay. Now this one. I know people
I'm going
Stanford and North Carolina State. I mean Norfolk State.
I'm going Norfolk. Don't care.
Because does
I'm going
Stanford
with
have those
Tar.
dogs? I understand Stanford, maybe looked at, oh, well, they're Pac-12, they're probably more talented or whatever. But you got to look at, some of these players have some really good and deep tournament experience from
Now,
Norfolk State.
if we honest, what the thing with Norfolk with Stanford, they got Big Brink and they got Kiki, and they
Yep.
dangerous. That's a dynamic duo, right? Great, I get it. But and so yeah, sure. At the same time, Stanford guard play is a little wonky, but
Hmm.
I'm still going for Norfolk for the upset.
It ain't a little wonky. It's terrible. It's
Okay, yeah.
ass.
Nah, it stink. And you seen multiple guards get their shit off on Stanford guards, so that's not going to be no different for Diamond.
I'm going with Stanford because I just think that Brink is on. She not gonna let her team lose this first weekend. Like,
Yeah,
especially because of how they went out last year. I
yeah,
don't
I
think
get
she
it.
trying to go out like that this
And how
year.
they went out last week.
Yeah, yeah, they gonna be a little. They gonna be a little hungry.
Yeah, I'm still going with my girls though.
Okay. All right. And so that's it for Penn versus roster. Our impromptu game sponsored by the committee. Yes.
How much Stanford's guards are the most mid of mid? I'm weak.
Hold on, let me look. Let's check the comments. What people been saying? Let's see. Jordan said we actually played better without Kylie whenever she wasn't on the floor this year. Um, Brenda don't play when it comes to March. Yep, we agree, young foreign.
Actually, I do want. Let me address the thing that Jordan said. I do think that Notre Dame has played better without Kylie on the floor, but I do think that in the region Notre Dame is in, you need a body like Kylie's.
Yep.
Yes.
Like I think in the ACC sometimes taking her off the floor doesn't hurt because the ACC doesn't have a lot of big body post players, but you are about to possibly go up against a Reagan Bears, Camilla Cardosa. Like you gonna need a big body, and that's where Kylie will be missed. So yeah, y'all have looked better with her off the floor sometimes, but it's nice to have a big body.
I'm not sure who blonde Rashida and Kirk is. Normand say.
Somebody said
Um,
Tara got her guards off of Facebook Marketplace.
Kirk
where?
and Rashida is the volunteer.
Oh, oh yes, husband.
Who said that? Where is that?
Who else? Normand say. She said, leave that man at home. Okay. Let's see. If Barker can stay on her feet, they might do something. Yeah. Janita spent quite a bit of time on the ground during SEC. So
She was throwing
um
herself on there.
Auburn versus Arizona win are going to be tough for Syracuse.
For sure. I can see that.
Okay. 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 All right, so moving on to just a couple of the national awards. So the player of the list, the player of the year, and defensive player of the year awards were revealed. At least the finalists were. And for defensive player of the year, it's Celeste, Camilla, Cam, and Hannah. Who do you all think will get it, and who do you all think deserves it?
Hannah and Hannah.
Yeah, I always pick Hannah.
Yeah.
But Celeste does a great job on defense too. I just think Hannah's defense is louder. That makes sense.
Uh huh.
Can I ask a question about the Celeste thing though? Can you be DPOY with multiple players at or around your position that put up big games on your team?
Well,
I
I'm
mean,
genuinely asking.
that's, that's true.
I mean, good point.
Well,
Very true.
Good point.
I
I
don't think there's
can't
a
I can't
rebuttal there.
respond to that one besides saying good point. Yeah.
That to me is why it can't be Camilla as well.
Yeah, I don't even think Camilla should have been in the final four. I think
I agree.
sometimes they look at the blocks and they're like, this person should be in it because of blocks alone and stuff like that. But I don't even think Camilla's the best defender on South Carolina's team. I think Ashlyn
Agreed.
is. So like at least from the post, I think Ashlyn is, and I think Raven and Malaysia are probably the better defenders at the moment. So
Agreed.
um I would go with Hannah though. I'll just that girl can defend and she picks you up full court and she's smart with it. She reads the opponent very well, so she gets her hand in there and gets steals. Like it's not like she's trying hard to get steals, it just looks effortless to her. Like she's not trying to jump a lot of passes and stuff like that. She's just straight ripping you. And yeah, I just gotta go with Hannah.
Okay. And the final. I'm not. I don't think the player of the years have been trimmed down to finalists just yet. But their semifinalists were Maddie. Excuse me. There's quite a few, so I got to be specific. Madison Booker, Cam Brink, Paige Beckers, Camila Cardoso, Caitlin Clark, Hannah Hidalgo, Elizabeth Kitley, Angel Reese, J.C. Sheldon, and Juju Watkins. Who do we think is going to get it? Who do we think deserves it?
Think Caitlyn is gonna get it. Um, I could see. I I know like people got their thoughts about Juju, which I think is outrageous because you can have these thoughts about Juju while simultaneously going up for Caitlyn doesn't make sense. But I just feel like that baby led her team to a number 1 seed. And y'all wouldn't even think about them girls. You know what I mean? Like not y'all on stage, but how is that? And I mean, what right? I mean, Caitlyn did the same thing, so I feel like what you praising Caitlyn for is the same thing that Juju has done as a freshman. So I don't see how people act like Juju would not legitimately be in the running. That doesn't make sense to me. You feel me? Like you praising Kaylin. Oh well, she doesn't have 3,000 million All Americans. Yes, she takes a lot of shots, but see, she has to. Well, maybe her defense isn't great yet because this and this and this, and she's a senior. Juju has done this as a freshman from a team who you wouldn't even bat an eye playing last year. I don't see how that's not. Yeah, like come on now.
And a better defender already at 18.
Yeah, so I don't see how you don't seriously consider a Juju. And that's not shading Caitlyn. You know what I'm saying? But I don't see how you don't consider her because what realistically, maybe numbers, consistency, what's the difference between what Juju is doing and what Caitlyn's doing? And I'm not even trying to be funny, like seriously, what's the difference? I don't I don't see one. Except, yeah. So
Go ahead,
Well,
Shay.
yeah, I heard what Kenzie said on Sunday. I'm like, Caitlin's going to get it. We know that because of the narratives and it's not that she's not deserving. It's just that y'all move the goalposts so crazy when there's other people involved, especially if they are black. I'm sorry.
because I just feel like, yeah, yeah. I don't see how you don't consider Juju.
So, does this feel like 2020?
What
Not
happened in
2020.
2020?
21. Between Paige and Caitlin, how it was already predetermined that season that no matter what happened, everything was for Paige and for UConn. And Caitlin had this amazing season. Nobody was thinking about Iowa because they had already lost Megan Gustafson, and so it was like, oh yeah, this is whatever. This is her time. And we saw the type of numbers that Caitlin was able to put up. And so coming into this season, we knew unfinished business, kind of similar to the Sabrina thing. Unfinished business. She lost in the national championship game, and everything was going to be for her. She is the show. She's selling the ticket. So no matter what else happens, we can't let go of this narrative. It has to be for her, and we be damned if anyone comes and knock us off track and try to create some other story. Do you all see some similarities between the two, or just no?
Well, of course.
Honestly, I feel like that's like in a weird way, I feel like that's the National Player of the Year award every year. Like there's already a story going into every season and there's already a favorite, and as long as that favorite don't like just bottom out and is awful, they're probably going to win the award. Like I've never seen a preseason player of the year candidate not win when it came down to it in the end.
Okay.
I think sometimes women's basketball has a really hard time of just being like, okay, this person was what we expected, but everybody else been hooping too. So we might have to actually let's like sit and have this discussion. Like let's sit and talk and let's sit and compare and let's sit and discuss without it being considered hate. Let's sit and have these conversations. I think sometimes women's basketball have a hard time doing that.
Cause now I'm really thinking about it. What make you go with Caitlyn over Juju besides seniority? She broke the all time scoring record, which kind of ties into seniority. I just hate the fact that it's the mentality of, well, she's younger. She could have another year. She could, but she also couldn't. This ain't no this nothing is like, I don't want to sound morbid or anything, but life is not like that. Like career
That's how
basketball
those
isn't like
conference
that.
player of the year awards went. The
Yeah,
conference awards went like that too.
yeah. But I'm like I said, CC is deserving. You know what I mean? But Juju, y'all would nobody was gonna say that Southern Cal was gonna be a number one seed. Nobody thought they was gonna win the Pac-12. Like so, I don't know. Whatever.
With three Ivy League people in the starting lineup. Like y'all didn't have that. And I just want to piggyback. I'm sorry because I try not to argue with y'all because it gets fucking weird on here. I'm gonna take a break, but I've seen so many Iowa and UConn fans trying. They posting Juju stats and trying to tear Juju
Uh
down.
huh.
And what I'm gonna say here is that the fact that y'all are talking about Juju with your top dog, your top hitter, a 18-year-old, she already won the battle and the war.
Period.
It's top dog. You are insecure about your faves, which you shouldn't be, because they are dogs like that. They get to the money. But they could be pros if they wanted to in a month. Juju is 18, and y'all sitting here trying to tear her down because she in that presence with your top dog. She already won. What are you talking about, Mo? I'm sorry,
Period.
but go ahead, B. But like, come on now.
Period. It's the accent for me. B, where you at?
I was trying to find a sound effect for the next segment. I don't know why this just popped up in my head. I was trying to do the tunnel sound for Super Mario Brothers, and this is all I could find. Hold on, here it comes. Wait. Yeah. Now this brings us to the transfer portal.
You are a child. You are a big ass kid.
as we know, as we know, several people have entered their names into the portal, and some have already found their homes rather quickly. Um, so, who is the biggest so far that you've seen in the portal, and where do you see them being a fit, or what program do you see being a good fit for them?
For who?
So,
The
well, just a few of the names. We have the star freshman at Arkansas. Arkansas, almost their whole team is in the portal. Jersey, Sailor, Talia, and then you have some who have already. Didn't there's an Ivy League player that has announced she will be transferring at the end of the season, right? Like she
that's
announced it
the
before the season.
chin girl, right?
10. Yeah,
10.
but Ivy League's like different though, because they don't allow them to come back. So
Right,
she has to do a grad year somewhere.
right. Speaking of, has Harmony made an announcement?
Mm-mm.
Not that I'm aware.
Because she, if I'm not mistaken, I think she would have an extra year eligible to play somewhere else. But the young lady from Boston. We've seen some D2 stars who could potentially be heavily recruited by some Division One programs. So, who's been the biggest surprise out of some of those players that I've mentioned before, or anyone that I haven't mentioned?
I ain't seen no surprises yet. Nothing that has completely shocked me, to be honest.
Yeah, a lot of like, uh Petty from Kentucky, that wasn't really a shock. I think a lot of these players have attachments to the coaches, which is really nice because they respect them. And once they, get the boot, the players be like, I'm out. And, we saw that with Clemson. So
And what you said about what you said about the 5-star player there when she
what I
announced
say?
the one who she was like, "Don't even call me. I already know
Oh,
where I'm
Oh
going."
yeah, she was like, I already got my top schools. Don't worry about it. Don't call. And I respect it. Like, leave me alone. Don't bother me. I already know where I want to go. I'm not gonna waste your time. So we good.
Is
So
that the
she is
one
the
who
five
I thought was playing
football.
Yes.
strong safety for Clemson? Okay.
Yes. And so where do you see, like, of course, if she were to open well, she has opened her recruitment. Amanda Butler, as of now, has not been listed as a hire at any of the open vacancies. We know that some of the larger jobs that are open currently are Kentucky and Clemson, and I mean, she just left there, but Kentucky, Clemson, and then Tulane that I know of are three jobs that are open. There's rumors that the Kentucky job could be filled by someone who is currently a participating head coach in the NCAA tournament. Um, Shouts out to all the playpens out there and slides and all those things. Um, but where do you see her being what program could she benefit? Because she's a big guard, 5'10", she can score, she's physical. What program do you think would be possibly interested in her?
they all need to be, but
Yeah.
where can I see her going? If it's someplace, I mean, if you go to Clemson, you're looking to build. And winning is not at the top of your list. You just kind of looking to, I don't know. So another school like that, like, but I don't know which one.
Yeah, I think any school. Well, she told them don't call her. So, but any school should be looking for a big guard that can hoop like that. I've only really watched her play when they played South Carolina, and she's played well against them. So I think she's a really good player.
Okay. And what coaches out there do you all think will probably have their phones ringing when it comes to some of the open positions?
Jeff. Seems like everybody be calling Jeff anytime there's an open job. Um,
I don't know why he ain't. Okay.
I don't
He's
know
gotten there.
either,
He's gotten there a
but
few times.
he always be at the top of the list. I don't know why.
I
I'm
don't
going to
know.
pick Tamika Reed.
I don't know. I feel
I'm
like
calling her separate.
those jobs to me
Jay,
don't seem like. I don't even know if I'd want to coach at Kentucky or Clemson, to be honest, because I don't feel like they give the program enough to be successful. Like, I know sometimes people get hard, like they're hard on the coaches, and they're like they look at the losses and they want instant success and stuff like that. But I don't even think Kentucky be supporting the girls team like they should in order for them to be successful. Because even when they were successful with Matthew Mitchell, they had them playing in that little beat down gym while the men been playing in a dope ass arena. Like, they weren't giving them the funds that they were giving the men and stuff like that. So if you're not putting in to support the program, how do you expect the program to succeed? It don't make sense to me. Like,
Well,
the
somebody said they
results.
just got air conditioner, so
Yeah, so like I don't even know if I want to go there because you're not even putting into, like, first of all, women's basketball is clearly on the rise. We're seeing that, and if you're not giving to the women's program, why would I even try to come?
now, in their defense, I think that there was a report recently that maybe going forward next year they'll be playing in was that Rupp Arena or somewhere else because I think they are undergoing renovations for that particular venue, or maybe the renovations happened already and they just opened. If so, they need to probably get their money back. But I think they are about to be getting renovations for their rec hall that they're playing currently.
Who knows? They might have been able to get some better recruits if they had a better gym to show them. I don't know. Like, yeah, it. I wish they gave Kyra more opportunities. Just gave her a chance. But hey, is what it is.
2 years removed from an SEC championship and already out the door. Any other coaches that you all think
Yeah, that
will
was
probably be
2 years
moving up?
ago.
I know the Tennessee fans have been asking for the Grand Canyon coach. I think
No, they
they
don't. They don't want her. Not the ones I know.
I think for vanity purposes they've been wanting her. Um
That's their damn problem. Picking for the wrong reasons.
Not blonde Rashida again. But I think there's definitely some mid-major coaches who will get those get looks. We know that Tulane's coach, she's retiring, and the someone who was a star of that program has been very successful at Stony Brook. And Ash, I think her name is Ash Langley. If I mean, she's won 25 plus. Ashley Langford, she's won 25 plus games, or 20 plus games in the 3 seasons that she's been leading Stony Brook. So that's probably somebody that they're going to call to come back home and to take over the program. Um, it's going to be interesting to see what Clemson does. There were reports that a few years ago that Charlotte Smith at Elon was in contention for that particular job. We know what happened at Florida around that same cycle, that they had offered the job to Becky Hammond, and she decided to say no. I'm staying with Coach Pop. So, is there anyone that you could see leaving the WNBA ranks to possibly take that job at Clemson?
Clemson is not desirable. It's Clemson. It's nothing there. It's I don't I was surprised recruits wanted to go there. Have y'all been to Clemson?
Yeah, it's quite a depressing drive.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I just don't think I could up and leave and just go to Clemson. It'd have to be the perfect situation, and I got the perfect plan, and I just need the platform because whew,
I do we got picks for Talia Scott?
I don't know. What do you think?
I know she's from Florida, so I think everybody should pick up the phone, but Miami should be on that line.
Mm. And this time, don't post when you're going out for steak dinners.
Oh, oh,
But that's a big dog. If you That's the best player in the portal to me right now.
And we know that Porter's definitely going to be hopping over the next few weeks, and especially within the next month.
I wonder
Um,
what she want. What is she? I wish I can know like what the girls be wanting, like what you looking for.
I don't know what she want, but her tweet had me screaming because she said, "Fuck a graphic. I don't have time for that. I'm just gonna put this little tweet out, and that's that." And I was like, "Okay." It just like popped up on my timeline, and I was like, "The fuck? What? Hold on."
Yeah, I wonder what she looking for. Cause what are you doing?
so
D, can I
the
ask? Oh, go
the
ahead.
each of you, so speaking of, if it's something that you're looking for, what are the three most important things to you? If you put yourself in a 18 to 22, well, how many? 18 to 25-year old body, what would you be looking for as a college athlete?
It depends. Do I want to play in the WNBA or not?
Okay, so give me both.
That's
If I don't
one.
want to play in the WNBA, I just want to go somewhere that I like and I can have a good time and I can still enjoy college, where I can still party and stuff, but still hoop. But if I want to go to the W, I'm going to Dawn. Sorry.
I gotta go somewhere with some discipline. Yeah, there's a different mindset for sure. Like if you're trying to go to the W, you probably want to go somewhere with more discipline, respect both ways, and someplace somebody gonna try to make you trying to help you get to the next level. Because we've kind of had the conversation before about how there's coaches, and there's no problem with it really, because like you get paid to win games. That's it, you know. And so there's some coaches that coach to win games, win tournaments, win NCAA tournaments, conference tournaments. That's their goal. And there's some coaches that go beyond that and they want to see you have your dreams come true, and so they coach you to become a pro. If you say you want to be a pro, they coach you to become a pro. And so you kind of need to know those things before you go to a program, because some coaches ain't really going to be focused on helping you grow as a pro. They just want to help you grow in their system to make sure that they can win games.
This is actually a difficult question to answer just because like I've never shared this before, but well, a lot of these things before, but like I used to grow up wanting to play for Dawn at Temple. Like I wrote her letters when I was in like fifth grade, like Dawn, please come see me fucking play. So like that run deep for me. But when I had to pick a school, it came down to education for me because coaches leave all the time. And like even it gets really difficult like that, but the most important thing that I could say, especially if college kids is listening, is that you see all these stories about how people are getting mistreated by their head coaches. And I have multiple stories. Like I had coaches ask me, and I have never shared this before, and I will say it on here because it's important. I've had coaches ask me and my teammates, about sleeping with people, all types of inappropriate shit. So if I can say anything, it's to make sure that you know who you're signing up to play for. Like that is the most important thing to me. It's like, and getting your damn degree. I have so many people that I used to rock with that just they was bullshitting in school. They ain't got no degree and they working jobs they could have worked straight out of high school. It don't matter if you all American, if you score 2,000, 3,000 points, get your name on that goddamn degree. So that's what I would be saying. Know who you playing for, ask around, get your degree. Make sure education is important to you.
That's that. Hey, words from Shay.
So we're back at dawn. Great. We all agree.
So now
No,
I
we
do have some.
do. I wish I gotta find them letters, bro. I used to write them shits every fucking week. I used to send her my little middle school tapes, like, "Duh, Stanley, please." I used to try to get my hair bumped like her to maybe.
Yeah, I need to see pictures. I gotta see pictures.
I'm gonna hit my mom up and see if I can find her. But yo, I used to be on it. But that just shows like, and I know we y'all some people get in their feelings about how we talk about Don, but Don really been that one longer than before she was at South Carolina as a coach. I know we talk about her as a player, but even at Temple, she had that type of culture.
Oh, we little Shay writing
Did
her
you
little letters.
did you wear the door? What is it called? The door knocker earrings too.
I wasn't going all the way there for that, but I definitely had the swoop with the little. I had my mama bump the ends. Cause that's how, and Don used to have the little cornrows up into the bun. I used to try that. Y'all got me frying myself over here. Go ahead, B.
Okay, so now if there was a player who wanted to get a combination of the two, and I've always had this conversation about people. A lot of the Power Five institutions aren't in favorable cities, right? Especially those who are probably your contending Power Five locations. So, but where would you get a healthy balance of good social life, nightlife, but still be on a really good program? I can only think of a few places like your LA schools. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously you have LA there, but where else could you get that? This all comes back to picking a place that's the perfect fit for you. Where else could you get that fun and a good program?
It depends on what's fun to you. If I like skiing, I can go to Colorado. If I like, it just depends. What's fun for you?
Okay, okay.
I mean, I think like to Lowe's point, it depends on. But if you want to be big city, like obviously, it's weird because a lot of the best programs are not. They're college towns. They're not centered around big metropolises.
So would that only be the LAs that are in like the big
I mean,
and
think
maybe
about
North
the
and I
major
guess
city.
Northwestern?
Think about the major cities, and then think about the schools.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So we're about to open it up, open the floor up. I see if you already have your hands raised. Take some questions. tonight, because obviously we did a show earlier in the week. Tonight's show won't be one of the long ones, because we want to get ready and make sure that everyone is energized for tomorrow, because that's when all the goodness starts. So if you have any questions, raise your hands. I don't think Lo's going to have to give her spiel, her disclaimer today. Hey, Demo, hold on. What's up, Demo?
What's good, y'all? My bad. My dog barking in the background. She sees somebody in the driveway. But yeah, nah, man. I was under the impression that a certain fan base was preparing for a free smoke tour, and all I see on Twitter is those same fans crying about too much competition in their bracket, and that shit is crazy to me. Also, I do think that there is no sweet bracket. I think everybody has a good matchup depending on what I'm saying, what happens on which side. Um, nobody is sweet like Kansas State. I've heard all the names. You know what I'm saying? Nebraska, Kansas State, even a team like Michigan State like took Iowa to overtime. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's no easy matchups in this shit. It's tournament time. It's gonna be March Madness. I think it's gonna be fun. Um, one of the teams is undefeated for a reason, and I think they gonna show their ass in the tournament. But we're gonna see.
Appreciate that. Appreciate that. What's up, Ange? I mean, Angel.
And
Come on, Ange.
and
I'm
just
just here.
crazy.
It's wicked. I'm just here to say that there's dead a number one seed that's in a big city, that's in a big state, and it's fun as hell in the city. And
Yeah,
it's
South
not
Carolina.
in California.
What city is?
Texas.
Austin.
Oh.
Like,
Oh.
do y'all know who comes here? Like,
I mean, you're right.
Austin
You're
is
right. I ain't
live
never
and
been to
growing.
Austin. I'm gonna be there next year.
Like, we
Hopefully.
have South by Southwest, we have ACL. You could go 2 hours, you can go to Houston. 2 hours, you could go to Dallas. Like, you have Sixth Street. I don't think it's fun anymore because I'm old, but Texas is a really good school in a really good city. Y'all are disrespectful because it's the number one seed. Like, it's
We
dead
ain't
ass.
never been, child. We don't know.
It's not my fault you not cultured.
I've been to Dallas. That shit
Get
was
on a
boring.
plane and fly.
Dallas
What
was
would
boring.
we be coming to Austin to do?
Cause
Didn't
Are
I've
you in
been
the arcade?
Demo. Somebody need to mute
Oh, that's Demo.
Demo.
Hold on, Demo.
Yeah, me and him. Yeah, I've been to Dallas. It was boring.
there's like a whole bunch of shit to do here?
Y'all can drink outside.
Yes.
They can't do that, B.
You can drink on
Oh
Sixth
yeah, you're
Street.
right. I forgot. We're talking about athletes. The churn. Yeah, sorry.
Right.
Are you
You sorry.
supposed to? Probably. I don't know, but I've always drunk on Sixth Street.
Okay, so we're gonna put together a list, because Texas is moving to the SEC next season, so we're gonna definitely pull up whatever and catch a game or so. Hopefully, the schedule allows them to have some favorable home matchups. That would be really fun. So I think
Now,
that'd be
when y'all
exciting.
drink in the city, it is Texas, so let's be smart because you will be in
Well,
Travis County.
wait.
Well,
So how
there
you
goes
gonna
that.
get on us about not talk about Austin? Then you gonna say, "Oh, but it is Texas." Now, which one is it?
All I said was don't drink and drive. Like, don't get to doing crazy shit. Like, it's still Texas. You can completely have fun.
This
I've
ain't
had fun here
Texas.
for 30
Woo.
years. Had a ball. But you will be in Travis County for the night.
Mm-mm, I'll do that. Orange ain't my color.
Actually, Travis County is great.
Oh, great!
It looked like that Slam magazine.
I was
Y'all
not
should
to
know
Sim.
because that coach was his little picture was front page in his little gray little jumpsuit little thing.
Woo.
The Texas coach that got fired. He at Ole
Woo.
Miss
Oh,
now.
Travis, not Travis.
Oh.
Chris.
Yeah, he's at like Ole Miss or something now.
Yeah, Chris Beard.
Yeah, he was sitting in Travis County.
Let me pull that up. Thank you, Angel. Hold on, be gone that. Tom, Tom,
Tom,
come up.
Tom, don't do too much now.
Are you here, mate?
Speak.
Sorry, you know when it connects and it goes quiet.
Oh
First off,
yeah.
Texas is lit, but it ain't like really like that. Um, Second of all, I want to go back to something that was mentioned way back, and y'all already know what I'm going to talk about. The defensive assignment kind of debate. If a player drops big numbers on your team, but you're not guarding them, then what? And like, I get the argument of like, if you're a dog, you're going to want to take that assignment, but like, thoughts?
Why wouldn't the coach put them on them?
Well,
You
Bree
think
Beal
I'm
did get
asking?
Caitlin Clark.
Yeah, and I asked the same question. You know I ain't biased.
I mean, like when people say like Juju dropped numbers on Ohio State, yeah, but Celeste didn't guard her. Like,
But and the question is why
But
not? If
why
you're the
not?
best
Because
defense, yeah.
they was triple and quadruple teaming her in the fourth quarter.
shit, I don't know what Westmore does. Like, I just want to know, like, if the player's dropping numbers, but it ain't on you, then does it really count?
I mean, technically, no, I guess, but it ain't. I mean, we talking hoop. Like if I say you the best defensive player and somebody put 30, 40 on your head on your team and you supposed to be the best defensive player, it's just not a good look in my opinion. So is it technically? Probably not, but and they ain't doing all that.
Yeah, that's valid. And with that being said, Celeste Taylor needs some respect. She's not going to win it, but like, she gets the job done.
Yeah,
Like,
she's a great defender.
and like, I think the point about Hannah is like she's more like loud in your face, like kind of put that work. But yeah, I don't really think like outside of steals, like they're kind of equal in my opinion.
Wrong.
I don't know. Celeste
Damn.
got some size on Hannah, and Hannah, I don't
I
know,
think
man.
that might be the difference. Hannah, Celeste might could guard a few more positions, possibly, but yeah.
But I also think in that respect, like Hannah's gonna take you mentally out of the game a lot more than Celeste will. Like if you're going against Hannah, like you are pissed off.
And I think that matters. That's what I mean. She more loud, like in your face, like she finna get into your head quick, cause she gonna do that little silly smile at you in your face.
Also, Hannah gonna make your ass strap up on the other end too. It ain't no. It's two ways with her. Versus, sometimes with Celeste, we well,
Oh brother. I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
So yeah, but I mean, both of them are deserving. I ain't gonna lie, like, but and I mean, what you call it has been in two different conferences and still been up there for defensive player of the year. That's dope. So we're not gonna take it away from her that she could defend.
Three, actually.
Oh shit, yeah.
She was a finalist when she was at Texas?
That's okay. My bad. Take it back. She may have been. I'm not
No,
sure.
like I'm questioning it. Was she?
I'm not sure. We could look it up. Well, they could
It's
look it
been
up.
so long ago.
It's been so long.
That
Cause
was a
was she
time.
there on the Vic or Karen?
Karen. Oh no, she was both. I think she was both.
I think it was Oh, I don't
Did she was
know.
she was there the year Charlie was there.
Oh Jesus,
Her senior season.
that
Yeah,
baby my
she came
age.
back. Yeah, that Vic was coaching her, right?
I want to say yes, but I'm really not sure.
2021?
Let's see. She
Yeah,
was
yeah,
at
yeah.
Texas in 1921. Oh yeah, cause she played under Karen and Vic.
Yep.
How old is that baby?
Same
She'll be
age as Mimi
23 in
Collins.
June.
She June what?
June 20th.
Hey, 5 days before me.
Yeah, she'll be 23 in June. So she played under four head coaches.
That's crazy.
Wow.
She's
Okay.
nimble. She could fit in with anybody. That's great for her. Great trait.
Yeah. Okay. Any other questions? Anyone? Any other hands raised? Let's see.
I
Guess
Demo,
I'm go-
Demo said turn green again, but I'm not sure what he doing on your end.
Hold on, wait yet.
He might be good though.
Did it kick
I,
you off, Demo, or you had something else to add?
no, I was just saying I ain't had nothing new to add. My mic was acting funny earlier.
Yeah,
Okay, okay,
definitely.
okay, gotcha.
Sound
Well,
like he was in a factory.
it's right, arcade or something. Well, that's all for us. Y'all and I, we're gonna go and take some tea, some eucalyptus, some elderberry, whatever. We're gonna pray so we can knock this out because we're gonna be doing some playbacks this week. Stay tuned for our schedule.
Wait,
We
B,
got one
hold on, B. Can we
tomorrow.
clarify one thing real quick?
Go ahead.
Yes.
Just about I've seen a lot of people talk about the NIT, the WBIT. Um, so the WNIT, for clarity, is not owned by the NCAA. So that is part of why people are turning it down, because they have to do their school funding in order to participate. So I
Hmm.
know that we are saying that people not to, and I think people should play in the postseason, but I think that's a big thing that people have to understand, is that if you got to use your school resources to get there, that is a make or break for some programs. Okay, I'm done.
Right, especially when we're fighting for
So what
money.
about that other one?
Ain't it got cancelled?
The
The
WBIT
WBIT.
is that's NCAA funded and owned.
Oh, so if they
And
getting that,
cancelled.
then they're playing.
Yeah,
Then they
that's because of the equity, because the men's have one and the women didn't.
okay.
And because from what I gathered, from what I've been informed, so I guess NCAA wanted to buy or wanted to acquire the WNIT, and they're like, "Nah, we're gonna keep our own thing." And so they just went and formed the WBIT. Um, and that's like Shay said, you have to put up your own school resources for that.
All right, be
Any,
blessed.
anyone else? Anything else?
Don't the first four start tomorrow or whatever, right?
Yep. First four
Yeah.
starts tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll be on playback.
We'll be on playback. We'll tweet those
Y'all got the
schedules out.
Vandy game?
Oh,
Yes,
we doing that one because
Yup.
for
what you
sure.
say,
My
Mo? Get ride or ride it? What ride it good?
What?
What?
What's the thing you say?
ride or
Ride it
get
What?
good,
rode
Ride
ride
to
it.
get
on.
rolled on?
Ride or get
Oh
rode
God.
Ride
Oh,
on.
to get
ride or
rode
get rolled
on.
on.
Ride
Yes,
it
My
good
yes.
is
mommy
crazy.
is in here. I would
Ride
never
a
say
good
that.
B. You and your Mr. Ken.
My
Get out of
mommy
Ride,
is
here.
here. I would
ride or
not
get
say
rolled
nothing
on.
like
Yes,
that.
that.
This
Mom,
Sorry,
I
ain't
Miss.
no
did not.
holy row.
Mom,
I'm
I did
sorry,
not
Miss.
say that.
I'm sorry,
Mom, I
Mama. She
said
didn't say
ride
that.
or get rolled on.
This ain't
Ride
no
or get
holy
rolled
row,
On
B.
some
Keep it
different
cute.
timing.
Yeah, mama, mommy, I did not say that.
This ain't no holy row. This
I
ain't
love
no
you,
Mr.
girl.
Ken.
Not Holly. But we thank y'all for tuning in. We'll see you all in the comments. We'll see you all on playback tomorrow. And happy watching. Go March Madness.
Shout out the committee. Y'all are real ones.
Shout out to the committee. Play with something safe. Definitely
Ooh,
don't play with SC.
ooh,
Play
oh,
with your daddy, not the SEC.
period.
Oh, wait.
Now
Oh,
bye.
and go
End it.
go sign up for the click.
End it. End it right now.
What I do?